Hey guys, PrinceofMacedon here, and I'm playing Civil War Secret Missions made by the History Channel. And this first mission takes place at Chancellorsville, and what do you know, I'm fighting for the South. How appropriate. And just to give you some back history here, the Battle of Chancellorsville was a famous Confederate victory during the U.S. Civil War, in which Robert E. Lee led the Army of Northern Virginia against an army double its size, and the Union Army was led by General Hooker, and he commanded the Army of the Potomac. But it was a very famous victory for Robert E. Lee, and he even managed to break one of the cardinal rules of warfare, and that is he divided his forces in the face of a much larger army. Anyways, this is a first-person shooter type game. As you can see, I am the first person here. And it's kind of cool because when you're zoomed out, you don't really see your target retinal, so it's kind of harder to aim on this. But it's a pretty interesting game, although this is probably the first and last time I played this game. Anyways, as you can see, I am adding the commentary after I played the game, but I recorded the footage live at least. But yeah, we're having a little shootout here. I am trapped in this little building with two other Confederate soldiers, and we're just trying to preserve our state's rights against these Yankee Imperials here. Anyways, during the introduction, they said the Yankees were bringing up some cannons, but I don't see any cannons. And if you look at my gun, it's called the Henry Rifle, and this is a repeating rifle, and it was actually used in the Civil War, but if you see how fast I'm shooting, you might be a little bit amazed as to how effective this gun is. But I read somewhere that somebody using this gun properly can fire this 28 times in a minute. And improper usage would be shooting your own men, like what I'm doing right now. And look at that, it looks like we held off those Yankee intruders. Yeehaw! Alright, look at that. Apparently you can use this melee attack by using the butt of your gun. Not sure that's a good way to use your gun though. So we are rushing into this forest here, and obviously there's going to be a guy behind those bushes. Yep, there he is. Very typical Yankee tactics. Not really. But, yeah. Bang, bang, bang. Alright, so yeah, as I was saying, this game was made by the History Channel, and I think it's cool what the History Channel is trying to do. They're trying to bring history to life by by making documentaries for their TV channel, and also they're trying to make video games to appeal to the younger crowd. So I admire that fact. That said, this game is a little bit too linear, but I guess it's not bad for what it does. Like, I don't really see too many shooter games placed in the U.S. Civil War period, but so I guess in that regard, it's kind of cool. But you know what? I'm not here to make a review. I'm here to fight for the South. So I'm gonna peek behind this crate here, and right there I see my targets finally. And at about this point in the game, I was getting extremely motion sick. I don't know what it is about first-person shooters, but yeah, I get really dizzy when I play games like this. It's a little bit easier for me when the game allows for third-person view, like Star Wars Battlefront allows for first-person and third-person. So I wish more games would follow that example. Anyways, the guy on the right there, the guy in gray, that's one of my comrades, one of my comrade Confederates in arm. And we're just duking it out with these Yankees. And apparently the Yankees can't shoot, so we have nothing to worry about. So bam, look at that. I think a game like this would be cooler if it wasn't so linear, and if it was more like the Battlefield series, where it's a lot more free-flowing. You know, you capture flags, and it's multiplayer. I think a game like that set in the Civil War would be very interesting. Because most guns of the era would take like forever to reload, so I think that'd be cool to see. And I'm not sure if it'd be practical, because I think most people they prefer to not take their time reloading a weapon. But this is the situation. I've got this Henry rifle, so I don't have to take too much time to reload. And look at my comrades advancing forward. I should shoot them and be a true rebel. Like, not only am I rebelling against the North, I'm also rebelling against the South. That would be the definition of a true rebel. And why'd they stop there, I wonder? I'm gonna keep moving forward here. And there's like a little town in the distance, but I don't think you can go there. So I'm gonna stay on this road here, which is not a good idea when all those plants are nearby, because you can get ambushed. So now there are some Union soldiers down the road. I think the practical thing would be to cut a hole through the forest and then flank the Yankees, but you can't do that in this game. That would be cool though. And one of my guys is going out there to engage an enemy at close range apparently, and he runs right through my line of fire. Not a very smart thing to do, but I'm gonna keep going forward. Going down ambush alley apparently, and I got hit by something. It's like somebody's shooting at me, and I couldn't hear the gunshots until now. And yeah, those guys are really careless, just charging forward when I have my gun pointed in that direction. But that's cool. Oh, by the way, if you guys want to talk about Civil War like movies, I think you guys should check out Gettysburg. That was made for TV, starring Martin Sheen, Tom Berenger, and a few other well-known actors. Oh yes, Jeff Daniels, he's also in that. And then there is the prequel to that, which was made for cinema, and that was called Gods and Generals. Gods and Generals actually had a much bigger budget for that production, but in my opinion, I think it was greatly inferior to Gettysburg. To me, Gettysburg was a lot more focused, but Gods and Generals seemed to cover a lot more. I mean, they're both good in their own right, but I strongly prefer Gettysburg, even though it has slightly inferior production value. Alright. New objective here. My health is getting low, and my guys are still running in my line of fire here, and I'm still getting shot by the Yankees. So, how do you proceed? Well, you proceed forward, of course, and you shoot blindly into the unknown. I am using my target retinal a little bit, but it's kind of hard to see, and plus I was getting extremely motion sick when I was playing this. But yeah, I'm getting nailed here by those Union bullets. And it would help if my guy would take cover, but that's not going to be the case. So, what is going on here? There's a wagon down there, and one of my guys told me to hold positions, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to keep moving. And there's some Yankees hiding behind that wagon down there. I don't think a wagon like that would provide much cover. Alright, there's a guy actually right down there in that little pit. And that guy's asking for a bullet. And one of my teammates is going forward to engage that Union soldier at melee range. I'm going to help him out in a second. There they are. They're right there. They're trying to club each other. But instead, I just shoot the guy from behind. I think in real life, I don't think you would take that kind of shot, because you might hit your own teammate there. And there he is. Bam! Gotta keep shooting. And my squad mates are moving forward, so I'm assuming it's safe to advance. But no, there's still a lot of Union soldiers back there, and they're still shooting at me. Apparently my teammates are invulnerable to enemy fire, so I should just sit back and let them take all of the action for me. Let's see. I am shooting out there, but I can't really see where the enemy's at. Oh, by the way, you can see I am using a Colt rifle now. I'm not sure at what point I switched guns, but I am using a different gun now. I think I prefer the Henry rifle, but I don't know where the Henry rifle is anymore. I think I exchanged it at some point during this session here, so I'm stuck using this thing. Alright, so I'm hitting something out there, and I'm getting shot too. You can see that from that little red sphere that appears on my in the middle of the screen. That means I'm getting shot, and it also indicates in which direction I'm getting shot at. That would be handy in real life, to have a little built-in radar in your head there, kind of like the Predator. Alright, objective: get to the Chancellor's house and report your findings. So I'm gonna look for the Chancellor's house. It would help if I had a, what do you call it, a map, saying this is where you are, this is where the enemy soldiers are, and this is where the Chancellor's house is. Alright, I'm getting shot at again. And that's not good. See that little blurry effect? Seems like my guy's in the verge of dying, and it looks like my teammates are still jumping in front of my gun. Too bad I can't just kill my guys, because they seem to be kind of useless. Okay, gonna cross those bushes. And I keep expecting some VC to jump out and, like, surprise attack me. Alright, here's another stage, apparently. This is gonna be the scene of more action, and you can see the Union flag back there. And I can hear the gunfire already. And right there are the cannons that I guess that the Union was supposed to bring up. But I guess they never did because they were too lazy. And someone blew my cover. Alright, objective here is destroy the lookout towers. But you know what? I don't think I'm going to make it to the lookout towers. I think I'm just going to bite the dust here. And oh, I died! So all I gotta say is, dear Robert E. Lee, sorry for screwing up your great victory here. My apologies.